So exercise 79 number 2, let's look at this. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. This particular question is asking to find the radius. They give you the volume and you're asked to find the radius. So it's a classic example where you have to rearrange the formula. So I just want to look at this one. We've done some work on rearranging formulae. So let's see if we can remember the sorts of things you have to do. This is a bit of an awkward one to do because of the cube. But if you think about this formula and how it's been built up, the first thing I've done with this radius, if you look at it, is cube it. Then I've times it by pi, and then times by 4 and divided by 3. We can think of this as 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. Remember, finding a third of something, which is what this is, or 4/3 really, but finding a third of it is the same as dividing by 3. So to find 4/3, I can multiply by 4 and divide by 3, which is what this is saying. If you look at it like this, it's a bit easier to see how to rearrange it. So what have I done with the radius? I've cubed it, times it by pi, times it by 4 and divided it by 3. So I've just got to get rid of the pi and the 4 and the 3 to start off with. So how do I get rid of divide by 3? Times by 3. Multiply both sides by 3. So 3v equals 4 pi r cubed. How do I get rid of the 4, the multiplied by 4? Divide by 4. If it's multiplied, divide to get rid of it. 3v divided by 4 equals pi r cubed. Notice, this is worth noting for future reference, if I'm going to get rid of this 4/3 on this side, if I take it over the other side, it actually flips over. The 3 goes up to the top and the 4 goes down to the bottom. So actually I could have done that in one here. I could have taken the 3 up and the 4 down. So 3v over 4 equals pi r cubed. The r cubed is multiplied by pi, so how do I get rid of it? Divide by pi. And if I divide by pi, the pi goes underneath with the 4. So 3v over 4 pi equals r cubed. Now, I want to get rid of the cube. What's the opposite of cubing? Cube root. And if you look on your calculator, above the square root button is the cube root button. So r finally equals the cube root, and that's how it be written, the cube root of 3v over 4 pi. So if I was doing this problem, I would rearrange the formula till it looked like that, then I'd put the numbers in. So now r equals the cube root of 3 times whatever the volume was, 566, over 4 times pi. And that's what I put into the calculator. I'd hit the cube root button, and then I'd hit the fraction button, so I got that, and then I'd put the numbers in. Try it, okay?